This house has 2 tanks. We've the main floor, there's the floor for the upstairs. The main floor goes down about 7 blocks and out in the back. So we know there's a tank back there. The basement does have plumbing in it. There's a platform built up where the toilet sits and the shower sits. There's a sink, which you can see the pipe comes this way, so everything is on this end of the basement. I'm pretty sure this has something to do with that plumbing. A homemade tank, I have no idea. But I probed and probed and probed here yesterday and found this one, at least a slab of concrete, and could not find the one up here. So we're going to dig and find out. Now, I don't know what this red Folgers looking container is, but it is stuck in there. So yeah, might just be on the edge of it, stuck in the dirt. But we're going to dig around and try to figure out what this is. All right, we have us a septic tank, pretty sure. Let's go down and take a peek. Oh yeah, so I don't know what my little red Folgers bucket is, but they put that Folgers bucket in here and then poured the concrete, and then that way they have a round access lid. And so this is probably just a plywood. Of course it's concrete, but it's where the plywood was to form it in. So, let's see. All right, so I'm gonna have to say that they did a really good job here. A nice smooth round access to the tank, so they did really good there. And I'm going to tell you, in this part of East Tennessee, I have not ran into a homemade system that is not good. Every one of these homemade systems are awesome. Look, my only shovel for the day. Huh? What? All right, so it's pretty deep. I mean, I'm resting on the tank, and this is 4 feet, so it's about 5 feet deep, I would think. All right, so we're gonna find something to cover this up with, and to cover the hole, and probably just a cinder block for now, and then we'll cover this back up and we'll move on to the main tank. Man, I'm excited about this. You see our step up. We've got the shower, we've got the toilet, we've got the sink. It wraps around, goes up under, ties in. That's where we are at out there. So I'm going to dig this out here with a shovel and see what this is. There is a slight chance that this is a homemade distribution box, and those field lines are shooting right down through there. Maybe down through that way, I don't know. Going to use that for now. We're going to come back and put a proper little setup on there, probably a 6-inch pipe with a clean out. That'll be later. a Folgers thing. So the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Huh? Good Lord. And it's just mucky from rainwater, nothing else. All right, let's move on. Let's go over and see if this is a distribution box. Maybe, maybe not. Well, my. What is this? All right, so that is a septic tank lid. But what is all of this? Very, very strange. I wonder if it... Oh, no. Yeah, distribution box. Exactly what it is. See the pipe right here? That's the pipe. Distribution box. It's coming in. I don't know what this setup is here. It's got to be, yeah, it's definitely a distribution box. Oh, look, there we go. Yep, right there, 4-inch pipe. And so the field lines are shooting out that way. And this is actually a driveway over here, but it's not going to hurt anything, that's for sure. Well, this is well built. I am shocked. This is just leftover concrete from it, or they put here. Yeah. Well, I tell you, yeah. Although it's ugly, it's actually awesome. So, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, we'll clean it up a little, put the lid on it. All right, we're going to go ahead and use our little half shovel and clean this up. It's the only shovel I have today. So 2 days ago, I cut this off so I could dig under a mobile home. Well, yeah, and then that same day, I believe I buried the other shovel. So I am very impressed with these built on site septic systems here in East Tennessee. Very impressed. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit and put that lid back on it. This is just extra concrete out here. They just had extra and threw it over here. Oh, Lord. All right, let's go inside. I'm going to show you the inside. Let's leave that in there. I want to show you what we're looking at. So we're going to be remodeling this house. Let's go down in the basement. Be careful, Mike is old. We don't want to get hurt. Okay, so, we don't have any lights. So the plumbing goes out about right here, and here's the dryer vent, and it's 1, 2, 3, about 3.5 blocks over from the dryer vent. It goes out here, and so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. All right, so we're going to try this area here. We're going to dig down, probe, dig down, probe. I've got to keep the machine over this way to keep everything safe. Listen carefully. All right, so that could be a rock. It's not really sticking in it. So your probing rod will usually stick in a rock. Kind of sounds like concrete, kind of sounds like a rock. We're going to dig back this way and see if we can hit it. Oh, I have my doubts. I have my doubts. I don't know. I think that might be it. That's it. That's pretty deep. That's 2.5 feet deep. Well. I tell you what, they did this one good. Another good built-in place septic system. Of course, our lid for the clean out is rusting out, but look at that. Look at that, folks. I can see right down in there. We are right over the inlet baffle, and guess what? This is not a built-in place tank. This is a regular 1,000 gallon septic tank for sure. I can tell by the inlet baffle. Oh yeah. Yep, regular tank. So it's got 3 lids. Awesome. Yeah, I can tell by that baffle down there that it is a regular concrete tank. For sure. Yeah, so we got a 1,000 gallon tank with an access awesomeness. Oh well. So you can see what I've done here. I've spared you the grueling digging process. I'm going to just kind of clean it up with the half shovel. Yeah, just going to kind of get a look at it, make sure that, the lids aren't caved in. Now, it doesn't really hurt if a lid is cracked as long as that lid has rebar in it. So a lot of these have rebar and the wire in it, and it's fine. It's concrete cracks. But we're just going to make sure that the lids aren't caved in, which they are not. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, let's do it. Alright, so this, alright, let's take you over. Alright, so this first lid I can't uncover because when they installed this access, you can see the concrete, they made a huge concrete thingamabob over it. So that first lid is not, we're not able to look at it. There's concrete all over it. You can't dig it up, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything. Reinforces it. This is your second lid. Here's the crack. So you got 1, 2. Let's go backwards. 1, 2, 3. Here's your crack, and then 4. We're going to just dig a little. We just want to make sure that the lids are good and solid, and they are. As far as the tank goes, nothing's wrong with the tank. As you can see, it's holding liquid, and that's the telltale sign. So she's holding liquid, and I am going to shut you off and spare you that digging. Oh, good grief. Whew. All right, so tank is in really good shape. So go over it again. They put an access port in, which we looked in. Water level, there is liquid in there. So it's holding the liquid, and even if it wasn't, it wouldn't matter. It's a septic system, but it is holding the liquid. So they put concrete all around that port, and so that is the first lid. We can't even dig there because it's solid concrete in that area, which is just reinforcing the tank, which is awesome. Here's a lid. This is our second lid crack. So you got one lid, and then you've got your second lid. That's the crack. Then you've got your third lid. That's the crack. And then that's our last lid. Lid number 4. So this is a 1,000 gallon tank. I mean, so the edge is right there, and the other edge is right here. And then of course it has field lines. Like I said earlier, the field lines more than likely shoot out that way, which I know for sure they do. I can see them, then they come back and probably go again. So this is a really good system. Looking inside of it, of course, nobody's living in it. I can't tell if the field lines are working correctly because nobody's living here. But as far as the tank goes, as far as everything, how everything looks, it's awesome. The other tank is definitely a homemade tank, but it's a very good system with a awesome little distribution box and the field lines. They're very impressed with all of that. I was done very good. All right, I'm going to cover this thing up. And it is Sunday. And I think I'm going to go home, rest, goof off, get the grandkids. But before I do that, folks, I've got to get out of here. And let me show you what I'm looking at. Well, we got the dogs under there. You guys are going to have to move. There's 2 pit bulls that live around here, and they kind of pretty friendly. I mean, they ain't like mean, but okay, so I don't have any room. So I had just enough room to unload and stay out of the road. People fly up and down this road. I can't back out because I can't see. I'm by myself. If I backed out, I couldn't back out that way. I'd have to back out this way. Like I said, I'm by myself. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and take the trailer off and move the trailer around with the Kubota and try it that way.